Got everything? Got our cameras?
Yeah.
Got all our chargers?
Yeah.
Extra batteries?
Yeah.
Your rice cooker?
Shut up. The keys, love.
I'll get it right now.
Okay. Ren. You want beer?
Hell yeah, I do. Either that or bed. All I know is I want to stay at that hotel across the way.
What hotel?
Huh?
What hotel? Yeah.
El Diablo beer. Subscriber recommended it. 12%. When a Red Horse is 7% alcohol.
Why are you not drinking it?
I'm gonna drink it right now. I'm gonna find out.
It's so sad.
Whoa. Okay, that one took me by surprise. Does not taste like beer.
Tastes
A
like
hint
what?
of beer, but a lot of alcohol. I could probably set this on fire. El Diablo.
Why are you drinking now? We're about to travel.
Because I'm gonna go to sleep after.
It's so sad.
It's what?
So sad.
What's that?
Beer makes you happy. And I'm not.
You make me extremely happy. So happy.
That makes your balls itch.
So guys, this is Renzero,
And this is Chix.
and together we are.
Santay 7.
And where exactly are we?
I don't know if you're maybe Danao.
Now. And what beach are we going to?
Durhan.
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 Oh.
You always got something to say.
Durhan.
At least we get to watch a nice movie while we're on the way over there. Gotta love the time. Early morning, we're half asleep. Basically what it is, we got ourselves a nice little cove all to ourselves. Right now it's really quiet. It's early in the morning. It's about, just by guessing, I would say almost 7 o'clock. We got here about 6:30. So it was about a good, we were on the road for about 3, almost 4 hours to get over here. We'll show you the corners and whatnot of where we're at. The beach is wide. Right now it's really small, or it's really short compared to the shore. Yeah, so it is low tide, so I don't even know what it's going to be when it's high tide. But I'll give a full review of what I think, if it's worth that much. But right now it's really nice. The sun's starting to come up, obviously, and it's starting to get really warm. But we're actually right now eating breakfast, and then later on we're going to hit the water. It's like the more that we explore out here in the back of the residence that we're at, that we rented the rooms. This is the back. We come down this side right here, and then right behind it is, well, there's Chica. And then this is where you actually barbecue, inside a little mini nipa hut. I love the atmosphere. It's completely open. Straight up in the jungle. Even got the native cats. Watch out for them because they're after our fish, which is already sitting on the barbecue pit.
And now they're preparing for a boodle fight.
with Rhea, the hot momo, and Keith,
And the Siberian.
the buckless.
Boneless dog. Oo. Ito na sa ganito. May ito kayo. Ba't ito ang gawa ko pa t-shirt? T-shirt ka.
Bahaya na niya. Andal niya para
Kaya ba maasan na? Follow mama, baby.
Follow mama.
Kaya ka.
deg.
Kawawan din.
Oh my. All right. I just drank half a bottle of Tanqueray, kind of a setup. So the little cheap stuff. I gotta find a place to go take a piss, but I'm gonna tell you something. What's the funniest part is that Chixie is drinking. That's rare. I'm gonna find out how this night ends. You guys will be there too. Now that the sun has come out and now it's starting to, the tide is coming in, the beach is completely transformed. The mosquitoes have stopped biting. It's a completely different resort. I'm actually pretty impressed with it. What do you think?
Yeah, it's nice.
It's a completely different beach. I'm looking forward to getting in the water and whatnot. It's really hot now. It was weird. It was about to rain, but it didn't rain. So it's an all-out pretty good day. I mean, it didn't matter if it rained or not. I mean, it's turning out to be an all-out pretty good day here.
Mommy, oi!
What? I want to make sure you don't drown.
Whoa! Drown. Let's see.
You're stupid.
You're stupid. What do you mean drown? I'm just sitting here. I just squat. It's in the rain.
You all right?
Hindi ko ito yan.
Do your dance.
I'm shy, ball.
Oh, now you're shy for doing your dance.
No, ball.
How did I end up in the Philippines? I know a lot of you guys ask me if I'm ex-military. No, I'm not ex-military. I've never been part of the military. I was a firefighter, search and rescue, but never military. I did have a second job that I was already working, and that was a night crew manager of a grocery store, a major chain in California. And I didn't really spend a whole lot of money since I worked night crew, and so I just kind of kept putting money away and whatnot in the whole 9 yards. And I worked for the company for 10 years, so I had a whole lot of money put away. I always kept my expenses low, except for when I bought my computers. I always went big on my computers and whatnot. I always went, when I went to my models, like models that you build, plastic models, I used to paint them to the T. I have another YouTube channel, as a matter of fact, of the models that I painted and the things that I would build full-scale battlefields and whatnot. But what happened was I met Chixie, and before I met Chixie, I was traveling all over, okay? I was on my vacations. I would put all my vacations together, and then I would take off to like Russia, I would take off to Germany, I would take off to Ukraine. So I've been to Spain, France, What else, man? I've been all over the dang place. Austria. I just started traveling. That's what I did after my dad passed away. That's what I did. He passed away in 2008. So I just started, get my mind off of things and whatnot. And I'm a workaholic. I just always worked many hours of overtime and whatnot, no matter what job I was working. At the time, if it was fire department or if it was what do you call it, the grocery store. So, long story short, I met Chixie, and then I met her online. After a long list of Filipinas that you talk to, trust me, a lot of them are scammers, and I could go through a whole video of what to look for and how to recognize the scammers compared to the real ones. I only talked to Chixie for 4 hours, and I already knew this girl was real. So I started talking to her online, and within 4 months I flew out to the Philippines for the first time to go see her. After I saw her, I flew in on October of last year. That's what it was, October of last year. And I stayed there till November with her, and she never asked for money, she never asked for a dime, but I would send her money to help her out and whatnot, and I did it on my own accord. And I helped her get her tattoo that she has. You've probably seen, she's got her piercings. She wanted all those piercings, so I went and I paid for those and whatnot. And again, she never asked for a dime, never. And even when I sent it, she wouldn't even know I sent it. I just tell her, hey, I just sent it Western Union. Here's the what do you call it, the transition number or the transaction number. Boom, she would go and pick it up, and she would sit there and argue with me. Why are you sending me all this money? I never asked for it. So we would get in these little arguments, but that's how I knew she was a real girl. But get to the point, when I flew out to go see her, there was a beach that we went to that I just realized that this is where I wanted to be. But the plan was I was going to wait for another year. I wanted to save up another 10 grand. I would feel more comfortable than going out there with what I had, which was around almost 30 grand. And so I was like, I don't want to go anything less. I want to go more, so that way, we could buy all our stuff and whatnot in the whole 9 yards. But what happened was, then I got laid off on my other job. And that was like in the same year of meeting Chixie. So we're talking in December when this happened. So February comes around, and I'm thinking about, all right, what am I going to do? Well, on my taxes, I did my taxes and whatnot, and since I always claim zero, boom, I hit a big number, 6,000 that came in. I go, well, 6,000. Well, that was extra money that I wasn't planning on. 6,000 went into my account, and then I decided I'm going to sell some of the models that I had painted professionally, because I would airbrush the whole 9 yards. Boom, I started selling those. I made an extra more and more thousands. I sold my truck, and then I was thinking, okay, with that money, I'm just going to go find another job and still work another, year, like as I planned. But then I figured, man, everything is pointing toward the Philippines at this point, and I really missed the Philippines, and I wanted to go back. So in a nutshell, if my advice for anybody, would you do what I do? Well, it's kind of hard to say because I don't know what your guys' situations are, but here I am. I'm 43 years old, never been married, don't have kids, I don't have ties. I've always been a recluse because I've always just worked. Like I said, come home, sleep, go back to work, do it all over again, and that's all I did. If I didn't do it at that moment, I felt I would never do it. I would just procrastinate. And so I'm doing what I love, and that's being out in the ocean, that's seeing new beaches, that's moving around Cebu, and not just Cebu. We're planning trips to Corregidor. It's another place I want to go. I want to see Leyte. I want to see Palawan. Want to see more of the hidden gems that are here, in the Philippines, that are not on the registry, the tourist of registry. So that's basically it. I thought I'd sit down before the beaches get packed, or this beach right here is about to get packed because a whole entire group just showed up. And so as the night starts to kick on, it's going to get more and more people, and it's just going to get more harder to vlog and connect with my subs, you guys, and answer some of your questions about, you know, how I did it, why I did it, and what's my fallback plan, and you know, and to some that are thinking about doing, you know, what I'm doing, and some of the other vloggers that made it out here. They have different stories, of course, and it's always awesome to look at. I've seen all these other vloggers too, and how they made it, their story, and they all have different stories on how they did it, but this one is mine, and something to think about if you're in my situation. And it's just make sure you feel you got enough money, you got a good backup plan, and that there's, what helps is that you got somebody here, connections, you know. That's what, you know, Chixie is basically, a connection. I mean, she found the property, she found the setup, she found, you know, she was my connection, but she's also, you know, hopefully my life, you know, long partner, you know. So that's it, guys. And again, I appreciate you guys' questions, so just keep on hammering away, and I'll answer them as truthfully and honestly and the best that I can. So with that note, I got some drinking to do. Join us